Well, hi folks, here we are, Tuesday, Vancouver Island. I think it's August 18th, I believe. Trust everyone's fine. So we've had a lot of stuff going on here. Just a lot of stuff. It's sort of crazy. And of course in Canada, Bill Morneau has resigned or had his ass booted out as our finance minister. With all the scandal going around, you know that Trudeau has got to pull out stops and has appointed Christy Friedland to the position. And if you watched the press conference today, well, you would know one thing she's good at. She's a real bobblehead. I mean, she kept doing the deal. Everything Trudeau said, she was sort of, her head was sort of a-moving. So we know she's a good bobblehead, and maybe they'll bring out a bobblehead doll of Christy Freeland to help pay for the deficits that we're in. He's also going to prorogue Parliament. Now, I'm not sure. I guess once you're prorogued, I guess that sort of settles the committees that are looking into all the craziness that Trudeau has been up to in this last little while. And I think they're coming back, he said, September 23rd with a new budget. And let's see what he does. Of course, he's still going to be ruling the country from his bedroom like he has, coming down on his steps probably to make announcements. It's sort of interesting. And if one thing that comes out of all this, if anyone has any doubt that the Canadian government is involved with this Agenda 21 bullshit, well, it's pretty obvious. Bill Morneau is going to prepare his application for the OECD Secretary General. Guess who that's all connected to? I've got a couple links. I'll have a link in that in the description below. And you can sort of check it out yourself. It's not looking good. Well, depending what camp you're in. If you're all into this new world, system where you're just going to for sure be a cog in a wheel, well, great. Start clapping because I think it's coming. It looks like mandatory vaccines aren't far behind. Maybe another lockdown. Trudeau is mentioning New Zealand and Australia. And of course, they've got a draconian thing going on down there. And all you have to do is, I think we've had people had links to conversations with journalists having conversations with folks down there, and just how draconian it really is. People thought Wuhan was communistic and crazy. Well, New Zealand, Australia, not much difference. And it's coming here, I guess. With the clowns we have in Ottawa, they're on board for that. Now, I'm not sure where the oppositions all stand in that end. So I guess we'll find out if they're sincere about having an unconfidence vote and succeeding in September after the budget is announced. Imagine the NDP are going to be having tete-a-tetes with Trudeau over the coming weeks, trying to get some of their socialist agenda piled into the liberal social agenda sort of thing. The last time a fellow who was on the hot seat prorogued Parliament, we know what happened to him. And maybe the same will happen with Trudeau, but who knows. Another thing another interesting article link I have is Rocco Galati. There's about 3 links to him. He's a lawyer in Ontario, and he has brought a Supreme Court claim against Trudeau, the Liberals, the government of Ontario, the health ministers, for just really trotting over all of our Canadian rights. And you can see the claim there. And this one is really an interesting one. If you listen to the Sarah Westall does an interview with Galati, and it's pretty informative. And I suggest everybody look at that because it sort of lays out a lot of good evidence a lot of good evidence of what's happening. Also, as things are going crazy, there's a bill to get the digital dollar going before Congress and the Senate in the U.S. And Lynette Zang is sort of going over that and talking about how to protect your assets. And that's sort of interesting. And you think, oh, okay, that's in the States, not going to happen here. Well, guess what? This digital dollar thing is happening worldwide. And we think we're tracked too much now. Just wait till this happens and we get our injection with a tracking deal and have our DNA all messed up. It's interesting. Also, I got a link with McDuff and George Webb. This one's intriguing as well. I think they've got the Greek fellow in, brassballs.org, doing some commentary. And I think that again, this is just crazy information that is, they're zippering us up, folks. And I know there's still people who are in love with CNN and CBC and CTV and all that, BBC. Do not believe this. Well, I'll tell you what, you'll find it when it happens, because it's coming down the pike faster than you can think. I also have a copy of Millie Weaver's indictment on there. Millie Weaver was a gal that was arrested over the weekend after releasing the documentary Shadowgate. And that was an intriguing documentary. I think you can still find that on BitChute. The two of the Stooges have taken it down. Facebook and YouTube, they've already deep sixed that documentary. And nobody likes to know what's really going on. And I am finding the deeper we get into this thing, the more people are just shaking, being bobblehead sideways, saying that can't happen, that's not happening. It's a conspiracy theory. And I challenge you to listen to the interview with Rocco Galati, because he'll explain from a legal point of view the difference between conspiracy and conspiracy theory. And it might help people get their language right when they're sort of looking at this. People like myself who are talking about this, and they come off with their buzzwords. But I guess that's about all for now. I think the Conservatives will have their candidate. We should know, they say by Sunday, who's going to be the new leader of the Conservatives. Polls say that Peter MacKay is in the lead. Peter MacKay was Minister of Defence the last time a government on the hot seat prorogued Parliament. I don't know. It's interesting times. And this digital dollar thing has got me concerned. I know, I guess most people just going to roll with it. But there's stuff happening that just isn't cool. But anyway, take care. Bye for now, and we'll see you tomorrow.